Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Lindsay, the housewife historian. Today we're talking Real Housewives of New Jersey. Before you get started, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on. It's a great way to support my channel, but also turn your notifications on because I bring all of my tea to my YouTube channel, my free platform first, before I put it on my TikTok and Instagram and everywhere else. So if you want to be the first to know what's going on in the Housewives, you want to be up to date with the tea, then you got to turn your notifications on and you got to follow. Let's get into this, guys. Talking Real Housewives of New Jersey and a couple of blind Reddit items that have made their way in circulation, along with fake Twitter letters that are starting to circulate. Well, not letters, but letter that somebody put together, hacked together, copy and pasted together with multiple errors and claiming that it's from Bravo firing Teresa Giudice, guys. Everything in this video is, of course, alleged. Let's go ahead and start with the Reddit item. The Reddit item is allegedly a producer that's on Reddit who is answering questions. One of them goes like this. Someone says, I'd like to hear some on Housewives of the New Jersey stories. What season did you work on? Spill the juiciest tea you have on anyone. Holy moly, this is awesome. Thank you so much for doing this. They respond. This is also 3 years ago. Production and Andy will mercilessly, I can't say the word, protect Melissa and Joe Gorga. I know why, but I don't think it's worth it. The skeletons in their closets would make amazing television, but producers won't ever give them a bad edit. And when they do something bad, you'll notice that the edit is flipped and diverted, and both Joe and Melissa get an insane amount of talking heads to push their narrative. When it comes to Teresa versus Melissa battles, Melissa was actually the villain. But Teresa isn't warm and fuzzy with people, like in general, and much less production. So she keeps getting screwed over. There's more. They are extremely tight with producers. One female producer who no longer works on the show allegedly would engage in inappropriate relations with the two of them all the time. I'll just leave it up to your imagination. Thank you. Appreciate that. Before she was on the show, did she ever speak negatively about Teresa? Yes, Melissa said she didn't like Teresa before the show. She even asked me to write an anonymous letter to Bravo so she could get on the show. Yeah, but that's how she got on the show. She would take me to Dina Manzo's Ladybug conventions at the Brownstone, and Melissa would follow the freaking camera around. Melissa would be seated in the back corner, and then she would always get up and prance around in front of the camera. We knew that. We did know that, guys, didn't we? That is pretty common. Thing that we heard about Melissa was that she would try to get on camera and she would try to get to different events. And then that way she would hope to introduce and meet a producer, something that would help her to get on the show. We heard, Jacqueline say at one of the reunions, saying, we know that you told us not to talk to Melissa because she's just trying to get on the show. Well, that was very much the truth. She was just trying to get on the show. Okay, like that was the truth. She was going to events at the Brownstone knowing that there was filming and trying to get on the show. And of course, Teresa didn't want to deal with her being on the show. We know that. We know that Melissa really felt like she deserved to be rich and famous, and she deserved fame as much as Teresa did. And she told Joe the same thing, right? And so the both of them decided that they were they deserved it too. And we've heard this from a lot of people whenever we talk about Melissa and Joe getting on the show and what they deserve and what their debt was like and if they had money and if they still didn't have money. This is the phone call that I was talking about. What? I've been wanting to play this for you guys for a while. Do you guys remember when I said that there was a phone call that was made that discussed the thread of a picture of a phone call, not a phone call, it was a thread of a conversation between Melissa, Margaret, and Lexi as it pertains to the whole boy in the car thing. And it was posted and then it was taken down just as quickly as it was posted, but somebody else saw it, and then somebody called into the Andy Cyrus live radio show and brought it up, and one of the producers knew about it, and that made me know that there's some validity to it. Here's the phone call of the person who also saw the text but didn't get a chance to screenshot it because they called in to Andy Cohen's show.
And passing it around. Apparently, it's a screenshot. Somebody has blonde hair, and it's that background, that pink leaf background that's in Margaret Joseph's office in her house. Somebody took like an overhead screenshot of a phone, and it's a thread between Lexi, Marge, and Melissa, where they're discussing the affair. No bullshit.
Whose affair? Melissa.
Oh my gosh.
The alleged affair?
Well, on the screenshot, Lexi says, "What the fuck is she gonna do?" And then Marge replies, "Melissa, don't admit it." And then Melissa responds and says, "No shit. This stays with us and Tom." I don't know who Tom is.
Oh my God, it's always Tom.
It's definitely.
How could you do this to me? Question mark.
It was like definitely taken in Marge's house because I recognize that pink like leaf wallpaper she's got going in her office, but. It's like all over.
It's a very trendy wallpaper, actually. It's all over Tenafly right now. It could be anybody. Nicole, I did not hear about this. Oh, you did, Alyssa? Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't think there was anything to
it. So
I was like,
okay, whatever. Interesting, yeah. Okay, Nicole.
Okay, guys, again, this was a woman who called into Andy Cyrus Radio to talk about this overhead screenshot that we had of a conversation thread between Melissa, Margaret, and Lexi, allegedly, that was discussing the affair. It was posted to an account, but it was taken down very quickly. Only a couple of people saw it. I don't know if anyone got a screenshot or not. I was not able to get one. I have asked people to try to find. Nobody's able to produce one. Regardless, there was this alleged thing and somebody else saw it. They called into Cyrus Radio, which is what I just played for you guys. And what I want you to take note of is that one of the producers already knew about it. And she said she just didn't think there was anything to it. So the producers knew. And you know what? I got another comment from somebody else in my DMs, and I really loved his point. And he wanted me to bring up the point that it was like, you know what? Giselle and Robin from the Real Housewives of Potomac knew about Juan's affair. They kept everything quiet from the public, and we were furious when we found out, right? Now, what everyone knew now about this alleged rumor about Melissa and an affair, and everyone knew about it for the last couple of years, and no one's brought it up, and no one's mad at them. If it wasn't for Danielle, if it wasn't for Jennifer having Danielle tell us, we wouldn't even have known anything about it. I don't like that. I'm just saying. I kind of think that's shitty. So we got to kind of hold the Real Housewives of New Jersey ladies just as accountable as we do for the other franchises, no matter whose team you're on, okay? Because regardless, let the fans in. We don't like to be left out in the blue, like trying to figure everything out in the cold. Don't leave us out in the cold. We don't like that at all, okay? We want to know what's going on. And if it wasn't for Jennifer having Danielle in a position where she told Melissa so that it would be on camera so that we would know what was going on, all of it probably would have been cut and we wouldn't even have known that it was a rumor in the first place. I would love to see this text message. If anyone can come up with it, that would be amazing. I'm going to play this for you one more time so that you guys can hear it. And then I'm going to end the video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll chat again. Sorry, guys. I don't know why it takes so long to play.
Somebody has blonde hair, and it's that background, that pink leaf background that's in Margaret Joseph's office in her house. Somebody took like an overhead screenshot of a phone, and it's a thread between Lexi, Marge, and Melissa, where they're discussing the affair. No bullshit.
Whose affair? Melissa.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. Oh, the alleged affair?
Well, on the screenshot, Lexi says, "What the fuck is she gonna do?" And then Marge replies, "Melissa, don't admit it." And then Melissa responds and says, "No shit. This stays with us and Tom." I don't know who Tom is.
Oh my God,
but
it's always Tom.
It's definitely.
How could you do this to me? Question mark.
Tom is the publicist.
It was like definitely taken in Marge's house because I recognized that pink like leaf wallpaper she's got
Melissa and Marge
in her
share
office.
publicist.
It's like
It's
all
a
over.
very trendy wallpaper, actually. It's all over Tenafly right now.
So Melissa and Margaret actually share a publicist. Okay, he was the one in the video, if you remember, at the Gansevoort. Also, guys, this was posted by Melissa's old nose. She put, "Remember when Margaret released a pic of her text thread with Melissa talking about the affair with Nick, and when a caller talked about it on radio, Andy in production, Alyssa said she already knew about it but didn't think it was public. Margaret definitely showed many people, including Alyssa, who is now promoting Margaret's water." Oh my gosh. Okay. So the producer on the show that seen the thread thought that nobody else had seen it. So producers knew, and Margaret was showing other people. Wow. I didn't know that full circle. Full circle. Do you get it, guys? Do you see what I'm saying? That's a little crazy. Because how else would this person know that? Sketchy. So sketchy, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe.